So in some ways, it's kind of a relief that two narcissists are in a relationship together, because that means that less of us empaths are going to be affected by them. The thing is, two narcissists in a relationship together, you've got to understand the relational dynamics that are going on here. These are two people that find it really difficult to be able to connect. And it's really difficult because if you understand how it was like for you in a narcissistic relationship, you can definitely understand that there is a mirror at play here. And both parties, both narcissists, will not like to look into that mirror. So then comes this grandiosity and this need for validation and this need for external attention. Now, if both of them are seeking this, can you imagine what must be going on? So what tends to happen is one of them gets bored. One of the narcissists gets bored and they tend to look for supply elsewhere because their needs are not getting met in this relationship. So they're going to look elsewhere to try and find it from other sources. So that can be that they do go out flirting. That can be that they engage on social media. Please don't think that the other narcissist is stupid or they can't see it. Of course they can. So what happens is they will then pull them up on it, and then we'll start the absolute. So then the fireworks will really happen. This is when the arguments start. They will be questioned over these behaviors. They will be scorned, and the other narcissist who is kind of cheating will not want to be in this type of relationship. So they do tend to end the relationship at that point because their needs are not getting met. If you think about it, this is a relational disorder. So it's all about the attention being on them. If they're not getting their needs met, they will go elsewhere for that to happen. And also remember, the way that they interpret other people's emotions is also a precursor, is also a factor in this. If they're not able to understand how their partner is feeling or what their partner is asking them to do, there is going to be a lot of miscommunication. So they're going to be acting from base level, from ego level. So it's all about getting the attention. It's all about being the better one. So it's going to be like two of them in competition with one another. Let's say, for example, one of them is going for a job interview and both of them are in the same industry. So say, for example, two narcissists are psychologists. Yes, of course you can get narcissists that are psychologists, and actually I have come across a few of them. So imagine you've got two psychologists. One wants to go for a role in the mental health hospital near them, or both of them go for the role. Only one of them gets the role, and they come home and they tell their partner. The other partner will not accept this. They will not be able to be happy for that narcissist. There will be arguments because they will feel jealous. Their ego will kick in and tell them how awful they actually are. So they're going to feel inadequate. They're going to feel ashamed. The other narcissist who got the role is going to play this up even more. They're going to feel superior. They're going to feel good. And this is the hierarchy. One narcissist will be kind of higher level than the other. They would be more dominant. They will be more kind of like the alpha in that relationship. And if you can think about the other narcissist, they're not going to have that. They don't want that to happen. So they're going to do everything that they can to destroy the other. So what ends up happening is both of them try to destroy each other in some way. Remember, these individuals, narcissists, are very sensitive. So they're going to be very sensitive and they're going to take things very deeply. And they're going to be, like I said, they're going to be very competitive, and they will view others as supply. So there's often a lot of suspiciousness that goes on within these. It's about them looking for new supply if their needs are not getting met. So these relationships don't tend to have longevity. They do end quite quickly because two people can't be in a relationship when both are looking to be top dog all the time. When both are looking for attention, it's just not going to happen. It doesn't work when two people are entitled and they both are looking to be right all the time and wanting so much attention. And can you see, this is the mirror that is in between them both. You know, they don't like looking into it. They don't like what they see, and two wrongs don't make a right. But what might keep narcissists together is the aspect of sex. So they will use sex as a form of control and as a form of manipulation. Imagine if they're arguing quite a lot and they cannot connect in that way, then they will use sex as a tool in a way to be able to connect to one another. It can feel like it's the most amazing sex because one of them is all going to be about showmanship, trying to be the best in bed. They want to basically captivate that other partner. They want to show them that they are the best. So it's going to be a very much a competitive type of sport, so to speak, and that's what might keep them together for a little bit longer. It could be the sexual aspect of it, but again, as you know, narcissists get bored of this. They tend to withhold, and again, this doesn't have longevity. It feels like they're stuck in a loop. All right, it feels like the same thing happens over and over again. They don't resolve anything. It's just you have an argument because they're both annoyed, their egos are both triggered, and what they do is then they have an argument and then it never gets resolved, have a little bit of sex for connection, and then the cycle starts all over again. Narcissists and their behavior are repetitive. So this is why they become very predictive. What's going to happen next? Okay, so they don't do anything different because they never look at themselves. They're never able to understand why. They don't want to think about why. One has to be superior and their needs have to be met. This is why the relationship cannot last and they cannot understand about connection. If you are someone who is working with a narcissistic relationship and you have two narcissists within your practice, ultimately both of these individuals are looking for power, to get one over the other person, and this is about them winning. All right, this is about one of them winning. So it doesn't matter what you say, whether you want them to come to some sort of resolution, it is about winning for them. And if they can't win, then they feel defeated. So then they become enraged. So this never works. This will never work. I mean, if you've got narcissists who are going through a divorce, for example, both or one of the narcissists will basically get the best solicitor that they can get so that they win that trial. It's not about the settlement after and how much money. It's before that. It's all about winning that game. So this is what comes up for them. It's about power, it's about entitlement. It's not about, they don't think about the future and what's going to happen. It's about winning and feeling good at that moment.